Welcome back to another weekly update. I'm Johnny Daily Fit and welcome to the YouTube channel. We are starting week 7 on our 17-week cut over the summer. So tag along. We're gonna weigh ourselves on the scale, do a physique check, do our tape measurements, and then dive into the computer to nerd out on some stats, see if there's any progress this week from last week, and talk a little bit about my plan as far as nutrition, workouts, dieting, stuff like that. So let's go. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. 190 pounds. All right, let's go ahead and take off the shirt. We have weighed ourselves, so we're actually the exact same weight as we were last week, but we are the same size in our waist as well. That could be a result of potentially putting on some muscle while losing weight. Of course, muscle weighs a little bit more than fat, but overall basically the same. All right, let's go ahead and do some measurements using our tape and plug it into the computer. All right, so measurements are done, weight is done. I've plugged it into our tracker on the computer. Let's go ahead and dive into the computer and we'll take a look at exactly any differences from last week to this week. We'll talk about my starting weight and my goal weight as well. So let's go ahead and dive in to our computer. All right, guys, so we wrapped up week number 6, starting week number 7, and look at this. We actually went up 0.7 of a pound, so not quite 1 pound. I say it's closer to about a half a pound, and I did eat a little bit more last night compared to what I normally do. So that could be a result. Usually I'll stop eating around 8. I did have some chicken last night around 10 o'clock, so I could still be holding a little bit of that in, but I didn't lose any weight either. Your body fat percentage stayed the same, muscle mass stayed the same. Really we just kind of flatlined as far as weight went. A little bit of a flat line here, as well as muscle mass, kind of a flat line, and a flat line right there at that point. So we're still on track. We're still 23.5% body fat right now. These are my body fat calculator results. Age 34, weight 190, height, neck, and waist. Now the waist did stay exactly the same. And as a result, we still got 19 pounds to lose. Now remember, I started my weight at 202 pounds, or around 31% body fat. My goal is to get to 167, or about 13.5% body fat. So this is saying I need to lose 19 pounds still, but for here, it's saying, that's 10, 20, 23 pounds that I'd still need to lose. So it's a little off on that tracker, but nonetheless, still looking really good. And those are the results for this week. Now let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, so not the best week in regards to losing weight, but we are maintaining our weight. So this can happen when you are in your weight loss journey, and that's why I'm documenting this, because there are a lot of people out there who struggle with weight loss. They don't see the scale move, and they think, you know what, I must be doing something wrong. Let's go on a more restrictive calorie diet. Let's do more exercise, more cardio. And then they burn themselves out. They get tired, they get exhausted, they don't want to do this anymore, and then they just stop altogether. We don't want that. Okay, we don't want that for you guys. I've been there before where I've restricted my diet so much that I've actually, lowered my metabolism, started losing muscle mass, and that is not good for you. It doesn't feel good. You feel like crap, you're tired all the time, you want to eat, you're hangry, And we don't want that for anyone who is in this journey. So this is going to happen sometimes. As long as you're staying within your calories, right? I'm still at 1,800 calories a day. I'm still somewhat intermittent fasting. Every once in a while, I'll eat some breakfast. And making sure that you're eating good, clean foods. There are days where, yes, I have snuck in a donut. I have eaten some necessarily not so healthy cereal options, Cheerios are okay. Honey bunches of oats with almond is okay, but then you get like some cinnamon toast crunch and you throw that in there, and that could change a few things. What else? Eating a little bit more, so I'm eating more chicken. We're barbecuing more. Even a barbecue sauce, if you don't track it correctly, could give you the extra calories that you didn't intend on having. Have been drinking some chocolate milk recently because we got some chocolate milk for the kids and they didn't drink it. So I'm not a big on wasting food, so I'm drinking chocolate milk. I've been having like a cup every day this week. So chocolate milk could also be playing a factor in me not losing any additional weight. Working out could also be a result. Yes, we're working out, we're moving weights, we're putting on muscle or maintaining muscle, and muscle does weigh more than fat, and you don't see it right away either, right? So that could also be a result. And other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it for this week. Now, we are still on track because we lost so many pounds on the first 6 weeks. There was at one point we lost, I think, 4 or 5 pounds the initial first week, another 3 or 4 pounds the second week. We lost another, I think, 4 pounds in like week 4 or week 5. And then, we didn't lose that much weight. Week, 4, 5, and 6 have kind of been the same. We've been hovering right around 189 and now 190. So we could do a couple things. We could either reduce the amount of food we're eating, although we're already eating 1,800 calories. We don't really want to go lower than that. We could increase cardio, right? Because weightlifting isn't necessarily cardio. So say we're getting 10,000 steps, maybe we push up to 12,000 steps. It doesn't have to be drastic. You don't have to go, 15,000 steps or 20,000 steps, just small incremental changes. Maybe we go to 1,700 calories. I'm thinking we're probably going to stick with 1,800 calories. Maybe walking isn't doing as much now, so maybe we're still getting 10,000 steps, but maybe we do, 20 minutes on a cardio bike, or we try to implement some swimming maybe once or twice a week, or become more active, right? Maybe not just walking, but maybe start implementing some jogging maybe once or twice a week. So there's a lot of different ways that you can burn more calories without eating less calories, and that's going to play a huge benefit. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the update. We're going to continue doing these all the way through until the end of week 17. So I'm thinking there should be at least 17 or 18 videos for this series. It looks like we'll be wrapping up the series around September 2nd should be the start of week 17. So then on the 18th video will be the final results. We'll do a before and after comparison and go from there. But I'm still really happy. We have already lost, 12 pounds, almost 13 pounds in 6 weeks. So we're doing really well. That's still 2 pounds a week. And some weeks you're going to plateau a little bit. That's when you make those adjustments. So thank you for your time. Smash the like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel and let me know, where are you in your weight loss journey? Is there any questions? Are you having any difficulties? If you are, I'd love to help. Definitely comment below and we'll answer some of those questions for you. Thank you and have a great day.